Hi everyone, good afternoon. My time here in Norfolk, Virginia, East Coast of the USA. I'm Denise Morrison, physical therapist and health coach that loves to share physical activities that fit into your day, fabulous meal plans and recipes, and all sorts of support to keep you motivated and pumped to achieve your goals. I wanted to break down for you the famous core pose that I'm doing in my video that some of you see. It's me doing alternating leg lifts. So let me break that down into various components so that you can see how I got to that point where I can do that big leg lifting movement. So there might be lots of noise because my husband just got home from soccer. The dogs are gonna go crazy, so bear with me. I can't stop my day just because he comes in the house, right? So, this is the move that I'm doing in my video. So, alternating crunches with alternating leg lifts. And it took me a couple of years to get to this point, so especially if your core is not strong enough, your back is in any way injured or sore, don't start with that. So, who's watching me? Hey, Jane! Okay, let's break that down. So the first beginner basic move is your average crunch. Hi dear, I'm doing a workout video. Okay, yeah, just workout. So all I'm doing, of course, I've drawn my belly button in towards my spine. I'm keeping my pelvic floor muscles tucked up and tight to support my low back and my pelvic floor. And my fingers are resting behind my head. And I'm just doing a basic crunch, eyes towards the sky. Now, I'm going to give you a sample of each one of these so I don't take up your whole day. So you can start with 30 seconds straight of this move, basic crunch, or you can try 10 to 15, take a break, and then stop. So that's the basic crunch, part one. Part two, we do the twist, the obliques. So I'm putting one leg across the other. I've got my one arm outstretched, and what I'm going to do is with my hand by my ear, my elbow is bent, I'm going to crunch over. Crunching sounds so violent. I'm going to twist my torso so that my right knee goes to my left. Oh my gosh, my right elbow goes to my left knee. Yes, I know my anatomy, dear. Don't laugh at me. How are you doing? You injured from soccer? Are you okay?
I'm good.
Yay! Did you guys win?
Yep.
Oh, what was the score?
4-2.
4-2, yay! Did you score?
Yes, I did.
Yay! Stevie! Anyway, so I'm doing the oblique movements here. So the key is if your neck is bothering you, make sure that your head is resting heavy in your hand. Now I'm going to switch to the other side and go the other way. Twisting over. So these are basics that you can start with in order to build up to that movement. And so you'll feel it in your side body. Reaching up and over. Everything else is steady. Gaze is going toward your knee. Okay, so those are the two moves so far that make that one big move up. Now we'll go into the leg lift section. So I'm going to rest my palms underneath my butts on either side of my sacrum, that flat bone. I'm just going to put my palms down. And what you can do as your your belly button is drawn in, pelvic floor muscles tucked up and tight, and we're doing alternating knee flexion, hip flexion here. So I'm just bringing one knee, then the other knee in towards my chest. And you can slow this down or you can speed this up, but the key is to keep your back flat against the ground, keeping your core muscles, deeper muscles engaged, breathing, flowing, and you can see how that's a modification of the bigger move. Okay, same thing, you can do these for 30 seconds, or you can split it up into reps of 10 to 15. So you're counting 1, 1, 2, 2, and so on. Okay, now I'll go back towards this side of my body with my head and my torso going towards my legs. So we'll do alternating crunches, crunch and crunch, twist and twist and twist so my feet are steady, and I'm just twisting side to side without my legs crossed. So you can take each one of these components and work on them separately until you feel strong enough to do the final moves. The whole idea is to listen to your back, your spine, your neck, so that we're getting it just in the abdominal region. Okay, twists. Love those twists. Okay, and now the next one. Hands back down. I'm going to put my full leg straight, so you can do one leg at a time like this. Step down. See how I'm just stepping down? My legs are getting straighter in this, and the lever arm is getting more pressing on the spine, so be careful. So I've just raised it up, sustaining one leg straight up, and then the other. So as most of you may know, there are no differences between the upper, middle, and lower abs. It's all one package. We have superficial to deep abs, which means that we have layers going towards your spine. But anytime you do your ab workouts, you're working the whole package. So hooray, hooray. It doesn't take that much, but you can do them every day for about 10 minutes and your core will be strong. Okay, so see how that's shifting things up a bit? So we're working all parts of the abs. And one more and down. So you can rest. Keep note of these so far. And now we're going to do the bicycle move, which starts to combine the upper and the lowers. Hands behind the head. If that bothers you, you can always cross your arms across your chest. Just depends on your neck. And if you can imagine like you have a little orange or a soft ball tucked down so that your chin goes towards your chest, that will keep your neck in alignment. So what I'm going to do now is do my whole leg and my whole upper body twist, twist, twist. And now instead of, when you do this at home, look up towards the ceiling, okay? So the opposite knee, opposite elbow are trying to touch, kicking those legs out straight, making sure your low back is pressed to the mat. Whew, 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 whee, whew. There are so many ways to work your abs, it's ridiculous. I could spend hours and hours teaching you stuff. But the idea is to pick something and incorporate something every day into your workout, because all you need is about 30 minutes a day, and that's it. If you're consistent, of course, and your diet, your nutrition does not blow away all the exercises that you just did. Okay, so bicycles and rest, and then we'll go to the last one. Whew. Actually, two more. So the next most difficult is your alternating leg raises, full legs. So I'm going to keep my head down for this one. Everything is set in my core. Pelvic floor is pulled up and in. That means I'm imagining I'm holding in wee, pee, or some wind. We don't want that to happen. Hell no. And now I'm going to do alternating leg lifts. Full legs up and down. So this takes a lot of control. If your back is arching off the floor, stop. Do it with your knees bent, okay? But your low back has to stay pressed to the ground. Your belly button is drawn in towards your spine. You can tell I'm working harder because my voice is getting jiggity. So it takes a lot more control. I'm engaging my thigh muscles. My toes are pointing towards my face to get my legs active so that they're not just dragging and pulling on my low back. And then, to add the hardest piece, lift your head up. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. And then towards the full one. Oops, I'm off kilter. Your alternating twists, full leg lifts. Boom. So remember, this took me a couple years to get to this point. And you can break it up into components that you can do and test yourself and say, okay, whew. Say, okay, today I did 30 crunches and 30 bicycles. Stop from there. The next day, let me add the alternating twist crunches for your obliques. And then maybe some bent knee leg lifts. And then just progress, but you have to give your body time. It doesn't take overnight. We all wish it did, but it takes a good 30 days, sometimes more, to get that neuromuscular system, the muscle memory, your body coordinating so that you're breathing right, your belly button is drawn in towards your spine, your pelvic floor muscles are on, you're stabilizing your legs. So it's a big thing. So to prevent any injuries and damage to your body, to do this safely so that you're feeling happy and pumped and content and strong, take your time. There's no rush. So there are all sorts of fancy ass exercises out there that could potentially hurt you. So be careful and be smart. That's what I have to say, because I know from experience, going to gyms, watching crazy things, hurting myself. I choose body weight exercises at home so that I'm in control of my body and I know exactly what I can do, and compare to how I was yesterday to today and where I want to be. So anyway, enough blob with that, and stay tuned. I'm going to announce a sugar detox group coming up, and I'm going to have a special guest come into my group, one of my friends who's a dietitian, and she's going to talk all about detoxing from sugar. Yes, and of course we'll have some exercises that we'll post for you to do in the group so that you can speed along that detoxification process. So stay tuned. Have a great day, ladies. Bye.